You gonna be there with me?
You thought I wasn't in the video with you?
No. Oh yeah, come over a little bit. Okay.
Hey, what's up? It's Kai again. This time here with my mom, and I think she has some stuff she wants to say.
I just basically wanted to talk about the path that Kai has taken. As you all know, she was born, he was born, Kateley Elizabeth Fetterman, and while there was always something I knew was going on with him, I didn't really know what it was, and I just wanted to tell other parents that it's not easy. I mean, it's very difficult to realize that your child is struggling and you don't know what to do or how to help your child, and we definitely tried everything we could that we knew to do to help him, but it seemed like nothing was helping. So my husband and I just sat down with him one day, and we thought it was just a matter of him being gay. You know, we just thought maybe before she became him, we thought it was just a matter of her wanting to date girls. And so my husband and I decided just to sit down and have a conversation with her when she was Kateley, and just tell her, you know, flat out, it's fine. You know, we don't care if you like girls. We don't care if you want to date girls. And we did that. We did that, and I thought that was it. I thought that was it in a nutshell, and that everything would be okay after that. But that wasn't it. And we had still missed the point, I guess. So, you know, it took a few years to get through it, and once he actually told us what the issue was, we still were very supportive, and that's the most important part of the whole thing. Is Kai needed somebody that he could talk to, and it hurt me and it hurt my husband that in the beginning he didn't feel like we were the ones, because he was kind of talking to everybody else and we were sort of the last ones to know, and that really did hurt us, because we thought we had a pretty good relationship and that, you know, our kids could come talk to us about anything. But in the end it all worked out. I think we surprised him, you know, with our level of support. We, you know, opened the door and he walked straight through it, and we were very happy. It's difficult to now sometimes refer to Kai as Kai, because for 16 and a half, 17 years, you know, he was Kateley to us and just wasn't happy. Now he's much happier. We're much happier, because it was a struggle more for me because I was here alone. My husband was military, and so he would be stationed in other countries, and to keep us here so that our kids could stay in the schools they were in. So, you know, I pretty much had the kids by myself for a year, you know, here and there. And I did not want to tell my husband or worry him, you know, with things which I basically didn't even understand myself. And the last thing I wanted him to do was to be in another country worried about, you know, what was going on here. So I kept a lot from him for that reason. But, you know, in the end I had to tell him, and I knew I would tell him. It was just a matter of when. But after we started going to the therapist, Kai was seeing a therapist, just a regular therapist, because I thought, you know, that was it. You know, just needed somebody to talk to who he could trust, more so than people, you know, just people who weren't trained and may not be able to really actually help other than just listening. But soon it came out, you know, what the real issue was, and then we kind of got into the transgendered issue, and his therapist referred us to a therapist who really knew more about transgendered people and was that type of therapist, and that therapist helped a lot too, really did, and got us on the right road, and Kai's a lot happier. We love him. We love him dearly, you know, and we always will. And we're just glad he's happy. But my advice to any parent who's going through something like this is to say, support your child. You know, that's going to make them most happy, is to have the backing of the people they love. You know, his brother, he has an older brother and an older sister, and they too support him. I mean, there are times when I slip up and I say she, or I say Kaylee, and I correct myself as soon as I say it. But I'm getting a lot better at it. But that's the number one thing. Just support your child. You know, it's what they are. You know, it's what they are. We may not completely understand it, but it doesn't hurt to try to understand it. You know, don't turn them away. Don't tell them, you know, you're not that way. You know, don't do that. You know, just accept your child and support your child, and everything will work out. You know, so that's basically all I have to say.
Okay, I have some questions.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, I want to talk about, you remember when we were at the hospital yesterday? Was it yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, and we were like coming out, and then I said that thing about how I didn't even think it was a real thing. You said that you didn't think being transgender was like a real thing. Like, obviously we knew about people in the media and stuff, like, what's his name? Cher's son.
Oh. Chaz.
Yeah, like you knew about, but like for me at least, it's just I didn't think it was. He's really a guy, and I thought you know he was a girl who wanted to be a guy, and then all of a sudden I kind of realized I'm transgender, and I was like, oh snap! But you said that you also didn't really believe it was a real thing too. But I mean, this kind of, would you admit this whole little thing we've done, like everything that's been going on with me has pretty much changed the way you view all that?
Yeah. I think it's enlightened me a lot. I mean, I thought for a long time that it was just really a choice, and I really didn't know. I truly didn't know anything about transgendered. I mean, I looked at it as if you were gay or you're not, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with being gay either. And so what? You know, that's fine. I had trouble with accepting that Kai was actually, or felt like a boy inside. That's where I had the issue. But now, I think I understand it a whole lot better than I did before.
The only other thing I kind of want to talk about is, I remember when I was younger and stuff, you used to say that I had a lot of more boyish mannerisms or whatever. I mean, I wasn't like...
Mannerisms?
Yeah, like the way I sat, and you know, I'd always walk with my hands in my pockets and stuff like that. You remember all that stuff?
I do, but you were so small then, you know, that... And that, to me, walking with your hands in your pocket is not always just a boy thing.
But it's more
boyish,
is all I'm saying.
Yeah, it is more boyish.
And you just remember all that.
But when you were little, you didn't do it a whole lot. As you got older...
Yeah, I know, as I grew up a little bit.
But you started doing it more. And I think you did it even more after you told me, you know, that you felt like a boy.
Yeah, but the time before, when I was doing it, when I was a little bit younger, like around middle school and all that, it was just natural. I didn't even realize I was really doing those kinds of things, and I think it's just, I was just asking you to remember all that, and I think it kind of all makes a little more sense to me, because I remember you would say it sometimes, because you would want me to, you know, especially when I was sitting and stuff, you want me to sit like a girl, of course, because in those... especially in incidents when I was wearing skirts and stuff like that. Yeah. But it was always really confusing to me why I was doing all these things that you felt like was more boyish, and when I just felt like I was just doing what felt natural to me. So I just think that's really interesting.
It is interesting. It is quite interesting, you know. And I didn't mention this before, but yeah, there were signs, you know, but.
They could be a tomboy too.
Right,
it's hard to.
I was a tomboy when I was
it's
growing up. You know, I used to love to climb trees and, you know, stuff like that. And I did not want to be caught in a dress or a skirt. The only time I wore them was to church because my mom wouldn't let me go in shorts or pants. So that's why, you know, I didn't really feel like it was because he felt like a boy inside. I just thought, you know, oh, he's a tomboy, you know, doesn't like to do girly things. Well, I didn't either, you know, when I was growing up. So it made it even a little more difficult for me, you know. But I guess because deep down, I tell you, when it started to bother me more is when I figured out that I thought Kai was gay. I thought she liked girls. When she was I thought she liked girls. So then when her boyish mannerisms were bothering me more when I got to that point. Not that, it didn't mean to me that Kai felt like a boy inside. It felt to me like Kai was making a big effort to come across as a boy because he liked girls. So it's complicated.
I think that's a lot of the things. You get, like, you like girls, so you want to come across a boy, so girls will like you.
Right,
and stuff
exactly,
like that.
exactly. So that's why I used to say, you know, take your hands out of your pocket or whatever, you know, or do this or do that, you know. But as a learning experience for me and my husband, and actually my husband Kai's dad is so much better at the pronoun thing than I am, because when we're in Texas, when we're there, you know, he'll refer to Kai as him and he and all that. I think he only slipped up a couple of times, whereas I slip up more than a couple of times. But but the good thing is Kai understands it, and is right now kind of tolerant of it, because we all have that issue. I mean, his brother, his sister, you know, his little niece.
I'm not gonna lie, honestly, you know, probably about 3 days ago, I accidentally called myself Nate's sister. So I slip up too, and I haven't done that in forever, so it happens.
Oh yeah, it did happen one time before too, because when I called Kai on the phone, and I didn't know if it was Kai or if it was my older daughter, Teena, and so I think I said Nate, and Kai said, no, it's just Kaylee.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it even happens to Kai. But yeah, he's right now he's pretty tolerant. I mean, as time passes, I'm sure we'll get better and better at it. But this is what I try to tell him about driving. You know, I want him to drive, get his license.
What's this have to do?
It has nothing to do with this video. I mean, he's probably going to cut this out, but that's fine. He's going to edit it out, but that's fine.
I'll leave it as it, just because that was the most, like, what?
Well, because, like, he wants us to practice saying he and him and Kai. I want him to practice driving. He has his learner's permit.
She really wants me to get a license, because she just made a big jump there, but alright.
I did, because I was trying to tell him just today, the more you drive, the better you get at it. So the more we say him and her and Kai, the better we'll get at it too. So see, there you go.
Alright, well.
We love him. That's all that matters.
I love you too. And I think that's pretty much all I have. Is that all you wanted to say in this video?
Yeah, that's all I want to say. I just want to say good luck and just love your child.
Okay guys, so if you want more videos with my mom, then you should probably like this one. Yeah, and you might be seeing more of her, which I enjoy, because then I don't have to do all the talking and she can do all the harder stuff. So,
peace.
How do you know I end all my videos like that?
I didn't.
I was just about to peace. That's how I end all my videos.
I didn't. I just said it.
Alright guys, you want to do it together?
She's my child, that's why I know that.
You want to do it together? You
sure.
gotta do peace, okay? So on 3. 1, 2, 3. Peace.